Has menopause impacted your finances? It's time to turn things around with a side hustle that can take you from the boardroom to the beach and give you the freedom you deserve. So, are you dreaming of swapping that workplace with a much more flexible lifestyle? And you're wondering how you can move to that. Now, we all know that during menopause, that hormonal shit show even can create so many symptoms that we can't function as well as we used to. So we get increased brain fog where we don't know what we're talking about. That would be me throughout this video. You can get increased anxiety, the stress, physical symptoms as well can increase anxiety. Things like the sweats, the hot flashes, when you flush bright red. And the thing is, we don't know when this is going to happen. We have not got a little time in our bodies that says you have reached 42 and you're going to start the menopause. We don't know that. I mean, the average age of going through the menopause is 52. I was later. I thought I'd swerved it, and then I hadn't. So we don't know these sort of things, and it can happen when we're least expecting it, as it did. We don't know how severe it's going to affect us. We don't know how debilitating it's going to be. We don't know how the impact it's going to have on our lives and how we move forward. So one of the things that we know is that those menopause symptoms can affect our careers. We know that the majority of managers start getting into management positions post 40. We also know that menopausal symptoms start post 40. Hey, what a coincidence. So that could be a reason why there are less female managers than there are male managers. It could be. It could be because there are more women leaving the workplace or changing their workplace directive directly due to the menopause and menopausal symptoms. Okay, so we hear a lot at the moment about all these superstar women that are famous, that have got their own entourage, that have come through the menopause and it was like, but they've got people there to help them. The majority of us don't have, but we would still like to have a fairly decent lifestyle. And that can be directly impacted by menopausal symptoms. So what if we could turn it a little bit on our heads and we could make this transitional period a big transition for not only how we are, how we feel, but our finances as well. So let's take a look at what we could do and why it would be worthwhile setting up a side hustle so that we could change our financial futures. Okay, flexibility. So you may be in a structured workplace. I'm not saying that you are, and I totally understand that not everybody works a 9 to 5, an 8 to 5, whatever it is that you work. That there are shift works on there, some work 4 on, 4 off, 3 on, 4 off, those sort of things. I get it. And I also understand that time is finite. There's so many hours in a day. And I know that you get everybody's got the same 24 hours. Okay, but not everybody can use those same 24 hours in exactly the same way. So if you've got a job that takes up a significant part of your day and you come home and you have one of those menopausal symptoms that creates fatigue, and you come home and you're absolutely cream crackered and you don't feel like doing anything else other than sitting on the sofa with a cup of tea for an hour, and then you like a little bit of flexibility. So you want something that fits around the day job. You want something that doesn't impact the day job, and you want something that doesn't sap your energy because you haven't got that much anyway. So think about what can fit around your work. So traditionalists will say, go and get another job. Well, that's more time for money, isn't it? So think about where a side hustle that can fit around the work that you're doing and not zap your time and zap your energy. gaining a side hustle, the whole point of it is to take back your financial independence, your personal independence. How motivating is that? Not to be worried about those bills, not to be worried about what you can do for your family. That could be motivation enough for you to start your side hustle. And as we go into this, as we think about this, we start thinking about what we could do. So we want a little bit more time independence. We want a little bit more financial independence. We want to start thinking about what we can do. So we can draw on our own passions. We can draw on our own skills, and we can draw on our own experience. So if you're someone like me, I'm a former high school teacher. So I've got lots of teaching skills. So there's a number of things that I can produce, that I can bring, like these, to the table for a side hustle. So think about what you could do. You could write a book. Now, it doesn't have to be a book, a novel. It could be a book like a planner book, a book to support people. You could sell it. That's a digital product that you could produce and you could sell. You could teach people how to do things. You could show people how to do things. You can create a course on how to do things. There's loads of side hustles out there. And then ultimately, that's going to boost your confidence. So it's going to decrease your anxiety levels, decrease your stress, and therefore improve your health and well-being. That makes sense, doesn't it? So getting started, you may need a little bit of financial input. Now, there are ways to make that financial input to start off with less, because some of you out there might not have an awful lot of spare cash to start a side hustle. So you can, like I've already said, use your existing skills. If you've got skills, then you don't have to retrain. Utilize them. Create your course, create your book, do your teaching, utilize and use them. So you could use them as a freelancer, as a consultant, as a tutor. There are not many businesses out there that have started huge. Now, we all know there are some massive businesses out there, and I might talk a little bit about some of them in a moment. You've got your Amazons, your Netflix. They started off really small. They have changed. They have grown. Remember, there's no such thing as this overnight success. You start small. You build up. You get the snowball effect, so it gets bigger and bigger. This is what's happened with Amazon. Amazon started selling books. Now look what it sells. So start small. Don't expect to be an overnight success, because overnight successes can take years to happen. And leverage technology. Now, I'm Gen X. I would think that the majority of you that tuning in here are Gen X or boomers. Now, we made this technology. We started this technology. So we might as well utilize it. I'm talking to you on my phone deliberately this time because I'm not too sure what the video quality is. Seriously doubting my hair quality because something's gone strangely wrong. I think it must be the weather. So we can utilize the technology that we've created. We can utilize platforms that are out there like Etsy. You can create products to be sold on Etsy. You can tout your wares. The right term I want to use. See, look, brain fog. Don't even know what I'm talking about now. You can put your skill set up on sites such as Upwork, Fiverr, where you can put together a package of what you could do for someone. I've totally lost my train of thought, haven't I? And you can package them and sell them on there. But you can also advertise yourself for free or not for free on other platforms, Instagram, Facebook. You can create a page and say, this is what I do, hello, and draw people in that way. what you want to start doing is setting clear goals. This is what I want to do by then. We want SMART goals, yes? Specific, measurable, achievable or attainable, whichever word you prefer, realistic and timely. Give yourself a time to create and achieve the goal that you're going to set. And then redo one. Goals should be achieved, should be attained, and then you create a new one. Let's remember that if we don't start, if we just keep thinking and talking about it, nothing's ever going to change. So we need at some point to start small. Now you can utilise other products and services out there and you can promote and sell them yourself. Big at the moment is, and I've talked about two companies that do this really well, Amazon and Netflix, the subscription model. You can become a member, you can take out a membership in a product, in a service. You can promote that product, that service. So you haven't created it, you're just promoting it. And you can join a community to help you do it. If you're interested in that sort of model because you can't think of what to sell, drop me a comment and I'll get to have a conversation with you. We'll talk about the membership models, memberships that I'm part of that are pretty easy to start, pretty low startup fees as well, and ongoing fees. And the support is amazing. So I'm hoping that's been useful to you. Hope it's given you a little bit of food for thought to think about whether you would like to start a side hustle, the type of side hustle you would like to start, and giving you some ideas on how. Drop a comment, I'll get back to you and we can thrash out some ideas and thoughts. My name is Tracy Montgomery. I talk about all things menopause, midlife and all the crap that goes with it. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.